Vinyl community, hello, Bruno. I'm back to make this video, which is a response to Stephen Carlson's contest. Stephen lost his vinyl collection 1 year ago in a flood, and as he had so much help from the vinyl community and other people, of course, he decided 1 year after to make this contest, and he named it Say Some Thank Yous to People, and I think it's fun to do that, so here is my response. Of course, I have to say thank you to Stephen before, because his channel is always a big entertainment for me. Sometime the Sunday morning, because this is mostly Sunday morning shows. But what I like in his channel is that he is very curious of other cultures, other musics, coming from everywhere in the world. So I am pleased to make this response, which is a big thank you to Stephen Carlson. Well, I've got 5 thank yous. The first one, I was 18 and I was a movie student. Yes, I know. Watching my videos, you can't say, but yeah, I don't have neither the tool nor the time to make any fancy videos, but that's it. So I was a movie student in Paris, and I met there a young guy who was already a professional from TV broadcasting, but he decided to be a student, to maybe to be more professional, I don't know. And we were a student together in Paris. His name is Robbie, and he is from Luxembourg. And one day we decided to go to Luxembourg in his convertible car, little Italian car, which was very fun. And he made me listen to music differently, because he used to listen to blues singers mostly. And by the way, he is a drummer. He is still a drummer, and he is like a professional drummer. I know this is not his main profession, but his main work. But I will put here the name of his band that you can find on Bandcamp. And so a really good drummer. And he made me listen to this Muddy Waters. I remember that we listened to Manish Boy, that I didn't know at the time. I was 18, and so I carried on listening to this type of music, which we don't see so often in the vinyl community. Another Muddy Waters, I'm Ready. It was in '78, and I went after that to English blues singers like John Mayer. By the way, when I married 10 years after, I used to I played John Mayer track during the ceremony. Yeah, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Well, that's it for my first thank you. Thank you, Robbie. The next one is not a French man, it is a man from Belgium. And it is a thank you for Alain Lefebvre. He has a vinyl community channel in French called Vinyl Cosmic. And he only presents records in French. With his nice accent from Belgium. And Alain is an expert on psychedelic music. And I think it was 3 or 4 years ago he made a series of videos with all his collection from A to Z. And so he just showed the records and talked about the bands. And I think that the main information I could get on psychedelic music in me are coming from these videos. So I will show you some records of that period. These videos lead me to this sort of records. Love, the first one. Forever Changes. And as he is really expert on psychedelic music, he showed some obscure artists. And in that group, we can say there is this guy called Merel Fankhauser. This guy was part of a band called Mu, M-U, and he went to Hawaii, I think, and he decided to live like close to the nature and just a guitar, his girlfriend and him, and he made this record, which is a folk psychedelic record, very good. And with Alain, I also heard about a French band called Triangle. This is their first album, I think. And the second one is here. So, the second thank you Alain. And in the same vein, in the same inspiration, I mentioned here, I think, a record store in the south of Brittany with his boss called Philippe T. Blurt in Quimper, and he is very good on psychedelic music as well. You can find some really good music there, original ones, but also reissues. And he showed me this Hameçon. This is Wawa reissue from the 2011. And he also knows more obscure artist. I'm not sure, even in the VC, that I would have heard about this Korean band called Sanyolim. It's a compilation from 77 to 79. There are three brothers from Korea, and he made me go for this. I bought this one in his record store, or a more local one, Zoo. It's a band from the 70s, yes, 72 here. And some of the musicians here are coming from Brittany, so that's why we talked about that. So this is, no, sorry. And the last one is this record. It is Dr. Eugene Shadburn, which is a very good banjo player from USA. And he made a record with Arnaud Le Guéflec. It was in 2014, I think. And this is sort of live recording. The banjo player Shadburn came to Brest in Brittany, and they decided to make this record, to make these tracks. So I heard about Arnaud Le Guéflec and this record in this record store, and this is a translucid one, and I now follow almost all the record that Arnaud Le Guéflec put in the market. This is my third. Thank you. Thank you, Philip. Yes. You shouldn't smoke so much, by the way. The next one is a vinyl community member, very well known. And I think that with him I heard for the first time I heard information about audiophile recordings, audiophile pressings. And so I want to say thank you to Paul, BarakaPDub, because I think it was 4 or 5 years ago he made this series on pressing plants and how you can buy, I don't know, for example, you can, when you buy this sort of record, because of this, you know that it's coming from RTI, and this is all these details that you can learn in this really fabulous channel. And so I always watch any video that he would put on YouTube. So it is Paul from Austin in USA, and Paul one day he said that he loves so much this guy Art Blakey, and so I agree with him, because I love this guy as well, the drummer. Maybe one day Robbie would tell me what he think about him, because he is a drummer as well. And so because of this audiophile option that I learned from Paul, I bought this type of records, so classic Blue Note. And this is the reason why I also have 2 versions of Love Supreme by Coltrane, because there is this one, which is the complete masters made in 2016. It's a 3-record set. Really good sounding, by the way. And the pressings were made in Jersey, in Czech Republic. And in the Verve series, the acoustic sound series here. So this one I think was made in Germany. I'm not sure, but I don't remember if it's Germany or RTI, but it is the reissue from 2020. So this is why I'd like to listen to both to see which one is the better. By the way, the acoustic sound is better, but the other is good as well, and the two extra records are very important to keep as well. And Paul, and this is not my my pride, but he talked to me about some records that I didn't heard about. It was, I don't think, maybe it was in 2016. So here is the Ronald Bright Trio. Some records from this one is from 2012. Yeah. So I learned from Paul in Austin which label was good in France, in Paris. Well, so thank you, Paul. The last thank you will be more general, more won't go to a particular person, but to all the people that decided which artist will come in concert in Brittany, because we are part of France, and sometimes very good artists I'm looking for, they don't come in France, they go from UK to Germany, then Netherlands, then Sweden, I don't know, Denmark, but they don't come in France, or they go just for one or two dates in the main city. And I live in Brittany, I don't live in Paris, so I'm not interested by what is going on in Paris. So Paris is not France. And we have very good festivals in Brittany. I won't say more about that because I don't want to just to say they are the best, but I just want to show an example of one of the most interesting for me, and it is the Transmusicale de Rennes. Transmusicale de Rennes was created after Rennes in Brittany became in the last in the 70s, the last part of the 70s, one of the more interesting scene in France and in Europe for indie rock and new wave. And so you had at the time this artist Marquis de Sade. I already talked about them in this channel. And by the way, Marquis de Sade was one of the first band that was part of the Transmusicale de Rennes during the first edition of the festival, and it was in 2079. So what can you learn in such a festival? So I've got plenty of records to show. Let's go. I won't make any comment on these ones. In 80, Etienne Dao, a very popular French pop songwriter. In 81, Carte de Séjour. It is a rock band inspired by North African music. The Woodentops. I think they are Scottish, but I'm not sure. I didn't check before. So the Woodentops. This English man called Martin Stephenson and the Dainties. Some of them are very obscure and some of them are very popular. For example, and this is an information, I don't have any Nirvana record in my collection, but by the way, Nirvana was part of the Transmusical, as the Sugar Cubes were. It was in 88 with Björk as a singer. Oh, I love this band. World Party. The same year as World Party was 22% Parco, which is for me a cult rock band from Finland. This local artist from Brittany called Dennis Prigent. Dennis. This is a later album because it is an album from 2015. I've got another album from him, but only on CD, and it is not CD community. Massive Attack. Blues from the Desert. Tinari One. LCD Sound System came in Rennes in 2001. From Argentina, Juana Molina. 2006. The Inspector Clouseau, French duo. So it was in 2010. Britain band, Saint-Lô. It was in 2012. This Afrobeat band from Lyon in France called Voodoo Game. And Voodoo Game was in 2014. The Comet is Coming with Shabaka Hutchings. And this was in 2015. Tank and the Bangas from New Orleans. Altingen from Netherlands, but with psychedelic and disco music from funk music from Turkey. And the last one is a local one called Lesnar. It is a pop singer from Brittany, and with his own style, very good. So yes, thank you to all the people who are working on making us meeting artists like that. I didn't see all of these in concert, of course, but I always look at the programmation of the festival to be inspired for my next buys. So this is it. Thank you, Steven, for the contest. It was fun to make, and I didn't do a video for a while, but it was a really good reason to make a video again. So yeah, thank you, and I hope everyone is well, and so bye, Karenbo.